This year marks 68 years since the lynching of Emmett Till. He was kidnapped on August 28, 1955. His body was found on August 31st. And 68 years ago this week, his mother held his funeral and viewing at Roberts Temple in Bronzeville. We do want to warn you the story you're about to see contains images that some may find difficult to see.
I remember when they began to unload the body, I looked and I saw the biggest box I'd ever seen in my life. And I realized that that box had my baby's body in it. And I was just overwhelmed with grief.
The return of Emmett's body to Chicago is the first of 3 critical decisions, according to Mamie Till's autobiography co-author, Christopher Benson. The second was to unseal the casket to ensure that Emmett's body was inside. The third was to allow for an open casket at Emmett's funeral.
As people would file by the casket, almost 1 in every 5 would faint. And this included men, women, and children. And the screams, I mean, the screams were just incredible. It was almost as if people were looking at their own child there rather than a stranger they didn't know.
She wanted the world to see what she saw with her eyes, and there was no other way than to have an open casket, because there was no means of explaining something that brutal.
An estimated 100,000 people filed by at Roberts Temple, Church of God in Christ, to view the remains.
It was at that time that I knew Emmett was not just mine, he was a universal child.
Mamie Till made another important decision. She allowed a photographer to take a picture of Emmett's mutilated remains.
I mean, the world needed this shock. They needed it.
Because she takes control of the imagery by allowing the photographs to be taken of Emmett in the funeral home, his mutilated remains, and then to allow them to be published first in Jet magazine and then in the Chicago Defender.
When these pictures of Emmett hit the newsstands and people were really able to see what had happened to a youngster simply because of hate and race discrimination, I think it really let us see the ugly monster that race hatred is. It's almost as if it was embodied in his appearance, in his physical appearance, because it is a monster.
When they was lowering the remains of the body at Borough Cemetery in the grave, and when that mother fell in my arms and screamed and said, "Oh God, why?" And that was the beginning, I feel, of America really becoming aware of the viciousness of racism.
A picture the Jet photographer took, Jet ran it, and they had to reprint. All over the country, there was so much interest in that case.
Sometimes it was myself in that coffin. It was my brothers in that coffin. It was, I can't describe it precisely. It had been so mutilated, it had been so violated. It was him, but it was all of us.
Emmett Till's lynching and his mother's decision to show the world what happened to him are credited as catalysts for the civil rights movement. Earlier this year, President Biden named Roberts Temple one of 3 sites of a national monument in honor of Emmett Till and his mother, Mamie. To learn more about Emmett Till, we invite you to stream our docuseries, The Lost Story of Emmett Till. You can find it on our website, NBCChicago.com, or on Peacock, Roku, Apple TV, or Amazon Fire.
Such an important part of history that we can never forget.